Welcome or welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa, and today we are doing a reading vlog for Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, or The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and Britney Spears, The Woman in Me, as well as starting The Great Undoing Daisy Haites by Jessa Hastings. Whoa, switching locations. This is the first time you've seen me in a chair in a long time. I still read in it. The sun is shining in right now, so my bedroom is very warm comparatively to the other places in my household. But we are still gonna get nice and cozy. Where are we? We are on page 109 of Addie LaRue, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, chapter 3, part 2. I did listen to quite a few chapters while I was driving as well as working out because I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Something with the way that it's written, like, scratches an itch in my brain. I am enjoying it. Listen, here's the deal. We all know that I am a pretty easy reader to please. I know this book, either people really love it or they hate it. I've had a few of you message me regarding those statements. Some of you could get through it and some of you could not, and some of you did finish it and hated it, and some of you absolutely loved it. I don't know what to tell you. I am liking it. How do I describe this? It's just very like easy going, but there's also just like that element of magic and mystery of what's going on. It's exploring different characters and they're just like living their lives. It's just very character driven. It's not plot heavy by any means at the moment, at least, but I am intrigued. It is a non-linear timeline, so we are getting flashes of Addie, what happened to her in the past and how she came to be, as well as in the future. And we've also had one chapter of a different POV. Just seeing how she has moved about the world so far and the complications that it happens and how she has survived as long as she had, adapting to new environments and their rules and structures and how she can get by. Okay, so the audio narration is, I'm listening to it on Spotify since I have premium membership with them, and that is one of the books included on the premium membership, and I'm loving it. And the narrator is also getting that little bit of that French lilt, is that the right word? That just little subtle French accent in there, and it's enjoyable. So I can't get the sticker completely off. I'm gonna have to get some like Gooby gone or something. So the god that eventually did this to her. Ooh, you know, in real life, eye color is not a big thing for me, but if it was, it would be green eyes. The tall, black curls, dark curls with green eyes is kryptonite to me. Each time that he is described, I get flustered. There's so many red flags and yet his eye color is green, therefore I only see a green flag. Oh, he remembers her. And I knew it was gonna be this way. It's happening. Also, the cat's name I'm obsessed with. Also, I love that the chapters are so dang short. It just feels like I'm flying through. Like, I'm really hungry right now, but I'm like, oh, just one more chapter. Okay, I'm loving Henry. I love him right now, and I love that little interaction. Why is every book's Henry just a solid character? We got Henry in Magnolia Park, and then we got Henry in the Maple Hills series, and now Henry in here. And I feel like there's a lot of books that have Henry, and I'm like, Henry, you cutie patootie. Hello. I am full potato. Ooh. Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, it's been, I haven't seen you in like a day. And we read a lot. Well, I listened to majority of this, to be frankly honest. To put it frankly. To be honest. I think I tried to combine two different things. I just woke up from a nap, guys. I was tired. We are in part 6, chapter 3. I think going to figure out what's up with Henry. Also, the darkness, I'm still, oof. He's still like making me blush. There's been a hint of like, you know, something happened between him and Addie in New Orleans. I think we're gonna finally get to see what happened. I'm such a simp for the darkness and such a simp for Henry. Oh my gosh. Girlie's got it good. I have 42 pages left to read. Okay, but I do need to eat dinner and I have volleyball tonight. I don't have to leave for like an hour and a half. I've heard critiques on this before and they're very valid. Oh, I look like an egg. Well, there are many ways that this can go, but I'm thinking of two specifically and I'm nervous. I'm currently on 423. That is not how the ending that I saw, for the most part. I love Addie. Oh my gosh. She's such a sassafras and I love it. Oh, what an ending. I really loved this. I loved the writing. I liked listening to it too. That was a really big helpful part because it is pretty chunky. You know, I'm just a simp for tall men with dark hair and very nice with morally gray characters. Oh gosh, I have problems. I'm so happy I finally read it. Oh my gosh. It took way too long for me to read this and I'm so happy. Non-linear timeline. There's a lot of like debate about rights and wrongs and survival. I know one of the critiques that people had were like, she should have went more places, and yes, but we also don't know if she did in her time because we only saw little snippets. So I don't feel like that's a fair critique. Just her traveling in general is so difficult. It's not absurd for her to be not moving around as much. Well, we're gonna go on to the next one. I think I'm going to just listen to Britney Spears' The Woman in Me. Not physically read it, but I think I'm going to start off just reading Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. And I gotta go to volleyball, so check you later. Hello, we are back in my hometown. Very exciting. And I'm about to go work out. Excuse me. Okay, I was unaware that there is a limit to how much you can listen to on audiobooks on premium. Like, I get it, but I'm sad about it. So I am on like chapter 25 of The Woman in Me by Britney Spears, and I'm really sad about it because I don't get to finish it until audio-wise next month, so I'll just finish it reading, but I don't have the book here. As for Daisy Hates, I only read maybe 5 or 7 pages last night, so I'm not really far into it, but kind of nice to be back in her world, and we get to see more of Detective Tiller. Is it Tiller? Sounds right. Yeah. And I just think he's a cutie pie. Oh, who's honking? Well, with that, I'm gonna go work out. Wish I would have taken a nap, but my niece and nephew are up, so like my parents' house is chaotic because they are young and a baby and a toddler, so it is very chaotic to say the least. The whole reason I turned this on is because I wanted to talk about the Britney Spears' memoir. It just feels like incomplete so far. Like, we get snippets of stories just as we start to like, I feel like as soon as we start to break through or get to the meat of the subject and like how it's affected her, she switches gears. It's also read by Michelle Williams. It's still not Britney reading, which I understand. She owes us nothing. She did not even owe us this memoir. But I also just like struggle knowing how much she has been silenced. We still don't get to hear from her, which, I mean, there's already that conspiracy theory that Britney is not actually around, that the person that is on her TikTok is actually somebody like AI generated or something, which is wild. I don't know. It's all very suspicious, and again, she owes us nothing. Any celebrity owes us nothing, but like, I can flash back and remember all of what was going on in this time and just how the media and the paparazzi just tore these women down. Her, Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan. Sorry, they were people I knew and I got nervous because I don't want them to see this camera. The paparazzi just need to go to hell. to be honest. It's just so predatory, and especially on young female. It just makes me so sad. And even seeing like celebrities, and especially female celebrities like Taylor Swift, for instance, can't go anywhere and is so scrutinized, and no matter what she does, it is the same thing. And it's just like, what have we learned? Nothing, especially with Princess Di. Like, have we learned nothing? There needs to be some laws in place that restrict and manages, or even just get rid of, because it's absurd. Anyway, that's my soapbox. Okay, bye. Ooh, that lighting. Can I make it better? Not really. Good morning. Yeah, not much reading at all has been done. Today is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to us in the United States, I guess. Oh, yeah, not much reading has been done. My niece and nephew are littles, and they require a lot of attention, and there is a lot of stimulation going on at my parents' house right now with all the toys, all the noises, all the TV. It's a lot. I went in the hot tub last night for a little bit, but because my niece needs it at a lower temperature, it was not even at body temperature. I was so cold. Yeah, I'm gonna work out today. I love to work out on holidays. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some reading done. Probably won't, to be completely honest, until I get home tonight. Let's get to it. Back at my place. Candle. Thanksgiving was good. My mom makes very, very good food, and I also made some stuff. I made my own stuffing, which no one ate because mine was gluten-free, which I get, the real stuff is better, but the gluten-free one that I got was actually really good. I don't know if it's because I haven't had real stuffing in a couple of years. I'm only on chapter 7. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this by the time I upload this vlog, because yeah, I'm a little behind on my vlogging. We have quite the busy weekend ahead of us, which you guys will see in December. I'm not doing Vlogmas or Bookmas or anything. I'm gonna try to do like 12 days of Bookmas, which is just gonna be 12 videos throughout December. I think I should be able to. There will definitely be just some shorter videos alongside of like my regular weekly reading vlogs. Let's read in the meantime. Hello, new angle unlocked. I figured let's put a plant in here. This is Feyre and this is Aylin. Aylin, she goes through some struggles. And Feyre, she's thriving. She's doing great. The fact that I've been able to keep Feyre here alive, as well as Nesta, who's over in the windowsill, and Elaine, who's in my office. They're thriving. They're doing so well. Aylin is loving being inside and in my bedroom because it's warm in here and direct sunlight. This is the only room in the house that gets like really good direct sunlight. And also it was really warm in my room. My vents are like fully open right now, which helps so much. I just realized like my vent in my office has been closed this whole time. It is Friday and I had my Red Cross CPR first aid AED certification skill session done today. You know, if you want to see the chaos that it was in last vlog, yeah, you can check that vlog out. Found the location easy peasy because I had been there last week and I did my modules. I'm just really loving that you guys can see my plants. I just love them so much. They're just so happy. All right, where did I get to in Daisy Haites last night? I am currently on chapter 13 with Magnolia Parks, the first one, and Daisy Hates, the first one. I wish I would have tandem read, because that would have been, I think, so much more fun. And same with the second Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates. They're taking place in the same timeline and so much is overlapping and you only get one version. And I'm sure somebody has like figured out which chapters to do what with, but all right, well, let's carry on with the day. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch over to finishing up Britney Spears' memoir. Look at what the dust jacket doesn't have. Oh, it's so pretty. That's so pretty. So I have just over an hour and a half left of it. I'm gonna switch to that since I can't listen to it anymore. I did not realize there was a limit. The limit apparently does exist on Spotify. Ugh, just imagine. I wish they did limitless. On chapter 30, which is on 169, and we're just getting to the part of the conservatorship, like where it's getting in place. It makes me nauseous. Think about everything that went into play for this conservatorship, how illegal it was to begin with, and it's just so sad. And like even reading this, as I stated before, everything just feels kind of incomplete thoughts. Like we just get the surface level and not like super deep into things. Also the writing, it just feels younger in ways, and I know the mental state that this took on her. Her family should have never been directly involved with the conservatorship if she needed one at all, which no, she needed therapy more than anything and someone to have her back. I've done so much today and I can't wait for you guys to see everything that has gone on, which you will, don't worry, in upcoming videos. And right now I'm going to read what is with the aggressively loud vehicles in this neighborhood. I would love to finish this tonight. Let's do it. Let's power hour here. As I was saying earlier, how I felt like this writing just seems very young. She definitely addresses a lot of that, like her headspace, like especially with the conservatorship. She says, "This is what's hard to explain, how quickly I could vacillate between being a little girl and being a teenager and being a woman because of the way they had robbed me of my freedom. There was no way to behave like an adult since they wouldn't treat me like an adult, so I would regress and act like a little girl, but then my adult self would step back in. Only my world didn't allow me to be an adult." Getting a little teary. She just talked about the hashtag Free Britney movement and how much that really helped her get through things, as well as like eventually end her conservatorship. And when she first saw the petitions, it was when she was hospitalized in 2018 and people were marching for her in her hashtag Free Britney t-shirts, and I just remember it so clearly. I mean, it was only 5 years ago, almost 6, which is just crazy that happened in my lifetime, and I have like witnessed this whole tragedy of what she has gone through. I need this. This is the Cosmic Stardust Alani Nu. My favorite is the Kim-Aid, which is pink lemonade. Anything pink lemonade. Love it. And then the peach is my second favorite. Probably the Cosmic Stardust was my third. Was there another one that I liked a lot better? I don't remember. I usually just get the box at Costco. It doesn't matter. because we're not here to talk about Alani Nu, because they're not sponsoring me. So I ended up finishing in this vlog The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. I know I did talk about this as well, and both of these are from Costco. Can you tell by the stickers? What kind of stickers are they using to where they are that sticky? That's a crime. Costco, I love you. I love you so much, but like, can we figure this out, please? The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I really enjoyed this one. I really connected to the writing. I thought the writing was absolutely beautiful. The story was fun. Addie is a little cheeky, and I love her little workarounds, and I love the romance. And the way that it ended, what a girl. You saw me finish The Woman in Me last night, and just so heartbreaking. Britney really could have like laid into everybody for the way that they treated her, and yes, we get this side of her story. We have gotten her mom's side and her sister's side, and from like what Britney is saying, that they have used her for her fame over and over again. This whole memoir, I wish it was longer. Britney owes us nothing. Zero things are owed to us by any celebrity. They owe us nothing. They get to do their craft and they get to go home. The amount of fandoms that are there in the paparazzi, it's excessive. Like, when will we learn? This woman owes us nothing. She gets to do with what she will now that she's out of the conservatorship. For the fact that she did write this memoir, or like had it written, great, and it offers us some clues as to kind of what was happening. It still felt stunted in, is it stunted or stinted? Not as in-depth as I was hoping it would be. Every memoir I compare back to Jessica Simpson's, because I just feel like that was truly just such a raw opening, and especially they were two women at the same, like this was all going on at the same time period, and I just love both of these women. But I still felt like she was guarding and holding back a lot. I feel like she expressed her anger, but I feel like she was still holding back a lot of that anger, and she goes into like how angry she has felt throughout her whole life, especially through the conservatorship and just everything that was going on. And again, it is just it's heartbreaking. I hope that she gets to live her life the way she chooses to. She does mention, well, at the time that this was written, it was with her husband Haites, but they have since split. I'm happy she is getting to live her life on her own terms instead of with others, and I know that she just wants love and to have a family and everything, and I hope that for her, but I also hope she gets to live her life. She was in the conservatorship for 13 years. She's what, 40? These years are, I feel like, the prime. Like your mid-20s into your 30s, like that is the prime of your life. She did not get to grow and develop as that woman, and that was stripped away from her, and she could not, like, it was so abusive. It's shocking and appalling that the state of California commended this, and I really do hope that this has made a positive change in others who have been in abusive conservatorship. Her family and the team around them definitely abused their power. And she goes on to say, she's like, if I was so sick and needed to be under a conservatorship, and because I couldn't make decisions for myself, why was I being put to work every single day? Why was I trying to put out another album? Why was I touring if I was so sick? The way they manipulated her is revolting and disgusting, and I hope they get what's coming to them. And then with Daisy Haites, I only got up to chapter 13. It was, you know, it's surprising that I even read 2 books. This week has been so busy just with the holiday and everything, so I'll be trucking along. I probably won't finish this by the end of the month, so you'll have to hold off for my review at the end of December. You know, feel free to stick around, subscribe to the channel if you want to check out more reading vlogs. Obviously they're all spoiler free. And like this video because it is the season of giving and I like external validation as well as respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye.